Rachna and I'm back with a new lesson. In today's lesson, I'm going to teach you how to use reflexive pronouns like myself, yourself, themselves, ourselves, etc. Well, the other day when I went to class, I had a new student and I asked him, "What's your name?" And he said, "Myself, William." Well, a lot of people make this common error of introducing themselves as myself, William, myself, Rachna, myself, Ben. Well, remember, when you introduce yourself, you do not say myself and your name. You say, "I am Rachna," or "My name is Rachna." So, well, number one, we do not use myself when we introduce ourselves. So, you say, "I am," or "My name is." Okay. Then I asked him, "So, how are you?" He said, "I'm fine. And yourself?" Again, you do not say "and yourself." You say, "I'm fine, thank you. And you?" Okay. Then I asked another student, "So what did you do over the weekend?" He said, "My aunt invited my mom and myself for dinner." Again, you do not say myself, you say my aunt invited my mom and me for dinner. Alright. And then I asked another student, "What about you? What did you do?" And she said, "Lisa and myself went out for a movie." So, it's not Lisa and myself, this is wrong. You say Lisa and I went for a movie. Well, this just leaves us with one question. If we do not use reflexive pronouns like myself, yourself, themselves, ourselves, etc. in such sentences, when do we use it? So now let's take a look at when we use reflexive pronouns. Alright? For example, if I say I hurt myself with a knife. Now myself is a reflexive pronoun because it is reflecting back at me. I hurt myself. So when you do something to yourself and it reflects back, the action is reflecting back, it is a reflexive pronoun. Like I cannot say I hurt him. So when I hurt him, I'm talking about a third person. But when I do something to myself, it reflects back on me. We use I hurt myself with a knife. This means I did it to myself, of course unintentionally, like while cutting vegetables. No one hurt me. I did it to myself. So when you reflect back at something that you did to yourself, you say I hurt myself with a knife. Alright. Now, though myself, yourself, ourselves, themselves are called reflexive pronouns, we also use them as intensive pronouns. For example, I baked it myself. Now here I did not bake myself, obviously not. I baked it. So probably I baked a cake myself. It's not necessary to use myself here. Supposing I do not use it, you see it's I baked it. But when I want to emphasize that I did it on my own, like I did it myself, I say I baked it myself. So intensive pronouns just do the job of emphasizing on what you're saying. Alright friends, I hope this is clear to you. Let's take a look at another example. We blame ourselves for the mistake. So, you are taking onus, you are taking the responsibility of the mistake you have done. We use ourselves in this case because it's we. It's a plural pronoun. So, there is no pronouns as ourself. Please remember that. We say ourselves because more than one. We. So, we are taking the blame. We blame ourselves. We are taking the blame. It is reflecting back at us. So, we blame ourselves for the mistake. Nobody is blaming us. We are doing it ourselves. So, it's a reflexive pronoun. Alright. In my next example here, the children got dressed by themselves. Now, child is one singular, but when I say children, I have to say themselves because it's plural. So remember, there is no word like themselves. It is always themselves. Now if you've seen this sentence, I have used by. I've used by just to show that they have done it on their own, like they've got dressed by themselves. So when you do something on your own, like I did it by myself, it means that you're just showing that I did it alone without any help. So when I use by here, I'm trying to say without any help, the children got dressed themselves. I can also say the children got dressed, but when I say by themselves, I'm emphasizing. Alright friends, I hope these examples are clear to you. I'm sure you've understood this. Now let's just take a quick look at what are all the reflexive pronouns. You have myself, when you want to reflect back at something like I, myself in this example. You have yourself. So when I say do it yourself, I'm talking to one person. But as you know, you is also used as a plural pronoun. In that case, when you are telling something to more than one person, you use yourselves in the case of plurals. Okay, so you have myself, yourself, yourselves, himself for he, herself for she. All right, you have itself. Okay, now we is plural, so always ourselves, and for them it's always themselves. Please remember, this is very important. It's always ourselves, themselves, and only in case of the second person plural, it is yourselves. Alright, well, this brings me to the end of this lesson. Please do put in your comments and queries if any. I'll be back soon with a new lesson. Till then, take care and bye.